Gentleman yields. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from California, Mr. Costa, for 5 minutes.
Ask Madam President to address the House for 5 minutes and advise and extend my remarks.
Gentleman's recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to talk about our dreamers and the need for Congress to work together now to protect them and provide legal status. Simply put, dreamers are Americans, just like you and me, and they should be treated as such. They came here, brought by their families at a very early age, 2, 3, 4 years of age. For them, this is the only country they've ever known. They are our friends, our neighbors, and members of our churches, synagogues, and mosques. They serve in the military, attend our schools and universities. In my district alone, the 16th Congressional District in California and the San Joaquin Valley, there's over 1,200 dreamers that are attending Fresno State University and UC Merced, and thousands of more that are attending our community colleges. I've heard their stories. I've looked them in the eye, and I've consoled them. They have great fear. They fear things that we would not probably think about, like driving to school, driving to work, fearful that they might be pulled over because maybe their vehicle has some sort of a violation, and only to be pulled over and find out that they are not here legally. The jobs that they have, many of them full-time jobs, good jobs, they're threatened by potential audits to the employers that are seeking to determine whether or not they are here legally or not. Yet, in spite of all of those challenges, they work tirelessly to improve their education, to contribute to the betterment of their families and their local communities. They pay taxes. They give back. After all, isn't that the American way? They are the next generation of leaders in various regions throughout our communities. Yet, they are living in fear every day that they could be deported. Fear for their families, fear for their futures, as they want to see if they'll be removed from the only home they've ever known. I mean, can you imagine being in a household where some members of your family are here legally and some are not, and the notion that your families might be split apart, mother and father, brothers and sisters? How horrific that must be. And they have trusted our government to uphold its word that we would give them protections under the DACA program. Now, of course, that's all under a cloud. We must keep our promises. Living with this uncertainty is just not right. It's unfair, it's unjust, and it's not the American way. My grandparents immigrated to this country, and they often face many of the same challenges that our dreamers live with every day. Our story, therefore, a nation of immigrants past and present, is their story. Their story, like my family, is the American story. It's the story of immigrants wanting to come here to have a better life for themselves and for their children. So therefore, I am unwavering in my support that we provide them legal status. We must let our dreamers know that we stand with them and that we will not stop fighting for them. A majority of Americans want legal protection for dreamers, and Congress must listen and Congress must act, and hopefully we'll do that today. So I stand here and say to my colleagues, vote yes to pass the Dream and Promise Act. It is the moral and right thing to do, and therefore we must do it now. I yield back the balance of my time.